Look at them come. Look at them come. Hey everybody, this is David at Homestead Hacks and Hens. Just a quick little video. Friday, it's about 61 degrees, rainy, and we had some cold weather. You can see where I had my blueberries wrapped up the best I could get them, and the northern wind's blowing in. We had some pretty cold temperatures. I don't know if they made it or not. I hope they did, but not sure. But out here, I'm going to talk a little bit about the chickens and some benefits you may not have thought about when it comes to chickens. Of course, like I said, I free range all these. I bought these last April, so they're not even quite a year old, except for him. Somebody gave him to us because we thought he was a full-size rooster. It was a Rhode Island Red. Was going to breed it back to the black sex links. You know, in order to get a black sex link, you have to breed a barred rock with a Rhode Island Red, and that's not what we had. But we're going to be satisfied with whatever come out. We're going to have to get a couple more, either barred rocks. It doesn't matter, because they'll be somewhat of a. You can't breed these two breeds together. Like if you had a rooster sex link and breed them together, they're more like a hybrid. You won't get the same bird as you see here. But I believe if you took a barred rock, a Dominic, Rhode Island Red rooster, and bred it with any of these, I would about guarantee the egg quality and chicken quality would be great. So that's what we're looking to do, is increase the yard a little bit bigger. But one thing I want to talk about the benefits. Yesterday was the first day I mowed, and you can see it is really short now. And these chickens has been non-stop. These chickens work anytime it's daylight, of course. They don't care if it's raining or not. They're out here picking, digging, looking for food. And one thing you don't think about is if you have chickens like this, the amount of fleas and ticks in your yard is almost zero. I never have got a tick since I've had chickens run loose, because I've had game chickens run loose for a long time, and now the laying hens. They will keep those fleas, ticks gone. You won't see any. And another benefit, if you're a beekeeper, hive beetles. These chickens will work underneath those hives, dig, and a lot of people look and they think, well, what are they digging for under the beehive? They're looking for that larva, that hive beetle larva, and they will dig it up and eat it. Your hive beetle count will be very low if you have chickens. So that's another benefit of having free-range chickens. And not to count the eggs that they give you, and the cheap as it is. You know, I did a previous video where I did experiment with the birds eating the corn, and that's all I give them. One bag lasts 9 days, and it come to just right at $1, I think, $1.09. But had I went with that 50-pound bag that I found, the same deal, it would have been under $1. And then whatever table scraps, and oh, by the way, table scraps are free. They don't cost me money. And you know, if I tell my friends, neighbors, if they have scraps, save them. You know, they'll throw them out there in the yard for me. My in-laws, they bring their stuff out and throw it out in the yard, and the chickens eat it. Another thing that'll help you, but by throwing food out like this, you gotta be careful. It's best to keep it in one spot, and the reason being, if you have fire ants, these birds will compete for food, because remember, those fire ants gotta eat, and they scavenge for bugs, worms, grubs, anything they can attack and kill, they'll take. A dead animal, they'll destroy it. So these birds are constantly competing and stealing their food from them. You'll notice over a period of time, now not completely, because you can't ever completely get rid of fire ants, but I got a few mounds, not many, but if you look out through there, of course I've mowed a lot of them over, you can't really see now, but I'll show later on. As the year goes on, and the competition for the food for the fire ants gets more competitive, and these chickens are taking their food source away, they'll start decreasing. They'll start moving away. They'll start going out of your area just a little bit, because the area will be depleted of food source. I mean, they're constantly, if you watch them, they never stop. They're out here soaking wet, and so am I, of course. They don't stop. They don't stop eating. And when you walk out, of course, they want you to feed them too. But there's a few got a little bit smart, and they got under the boat, but they won't stay there long. Most of the time, they're out here just like that. But I just want to give you a little bit of tip from Homestead Hacks and Hens. Look, I mowed the garden part off. They've been out there digging and picking up any worms and bugs they can get. I still need to finish with my old steaks, tomato steaks from last year. They're still there. Don't forget, folks, please help share our videos, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Homestead Hacks and Hens.